Hey guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 12 of our Force India career in Season 1, and today we've got the Singapore Grand Prix in Singapore, strangely enough. And yeah, since the last episode, I think we started making that gearbox in the last episode. Not a lot has happened, just refamiliarised myself with it. It's been Esteban's birthday. Yeah, not much else to tell you about. But let's get into the Grand Prix this weekend. Of course, we'll be taking that one. Much softer yet again. You know, going from Singapore in real life. That should be the way to go. If we look at each sort of driver's parts, there's Sergio's and there is Esteban's. Both looking good at the moment, and we're currently improving some of these. So maybe that front wing. Oh yeah, he's already using it. Yeah, we'll have a proper look at that another time. I think just sticking with what we've got at the minute is a good plan, and I shall see you. Well, I tell you what, why don't we do the whole simulation thing, and I'll show you guys exactly what happens with the simulation, and yeah, we can see how it goes. Yeah, I am bulk recording these because, if you're not aware, I am currently in university exams, so the more I can get these bulk recorded the better, just to sort of relieve a bit of pressure on us. You know, I want to get daily content now. I want to keep to a schedule. I think this is the best way to do it, bulk recording. So if you have suggested things in previous episodes, you probably won't see them implemented for a while, but here we go. Let's simulate the session, and here you go. You get this cool little screen where it just tells you what's going on, and we'll see how people do. Perez currently going quicker than Ocon, but they may well be on different strategies. I really don't know. There's only 0.3 between them at the moment. Yeah, they just seem. Well, they've gone on to different tyres now. So Ocon, yeah, I don't think they've done the best job there. But Perez in 5th place, that's not too bad. Ocon in 10th, only a few tenths behind, which you know, at the end of the day, that would be pretty good, actually. So only 1.4 seconds off the lead, but we're expecting to do a little bit better than that. It is raining in Singapore currently, which is an interesting one. Could definitely change the outcome of qualifying quite significantly. We'll do that. And the car's set up. He's not very happy with it. Neither is he, to be honest. Is anywhere they've had... Well, he prefers a bit more front wings, so should we say that? And then move that up one. No, yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right, so Perez is okay. Ocon, on the other hand, yeah, he wants a sort of set up more tailored acceleration. So yeah, go there. Put that sort of there. Yeah. And then have this. Yeah, so we need to sort this out. and then make that a bit stiffer and do that. I think that's the one. But we'll just see how it goes. But here we go into qualifying then. I think it's Ocon's turn to go out first, so he can go out. I mean, yeah, Ocon's gonna go out on the super soft tyres. I feel like it might get too wet to stay out there. Perez is going to go out on the intermediate tyres. I've kind of messed up with Ocon then, haven't I? Yeah, he's too slow. He's too slow. We'll bring him in. Oh no, not him. We want Ocon in. Oh, that was close. Yeah, Ocon could easily be out here. I think we need to sort of wait in the garage until this rain sort of subsides a little bit. So let's watch Sergio Perez and see how he does in the wet. Obviously we've made some setup changes since practice, so hopefully they're slightly better on the car. Yeah, he's 2.3 seconds off the pace at the moment. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why is Perez so slow? He was 5th, but yeah, I guess the weather's just getting significantly worse. It looks like it's going to be slick weather conditions by the end of the session. Yeah, we need to send them out now, I think, on the super soft tyres. And Perez is coming in. So Perez is in trouble. Ocon's in a bit more trouble, granted. But we need to just use this window of opportunity. Get Perez out now. We'll keep an eye on Esteban Ocon. We're the only people on super soft tyres at the moment. The rain is going to come back in a few minutes or so we need to get out there and put in a good lap before that rain comes down heavily. So Ocon should be fine. I think Perez is going to be fine as well, to be honest with you. But let's keep an eye on Esteban Ocon, because he needs to put in the lap. He's gone much quicker in Sector 1, which is brilliant to see. But the rain is starting to come down, so it'll be interesting to see if he can keep it on the track. He's going so quickly compared to Lewis Hamilton. Perez is going quickest now in Sector 1, although the track is getting wetter, but Ocon goes quickest by an absolute mile. Here comes Perez. What's he going to do? He's obviously going a little bit slower, and here he comes. He goes second. He goes second, so both cars safely through. Just about before the heavy rain. We sent them out at the perfect time and managed to get both cars through to Q2. Massa and Ricciardo both out. Hülkenberg out, Alonso out, and Sainz out. So big players out in Q1, which means it's a good opportunity this time for Ocon to get through to Q3. But Perez was a lot slower than Hamilton. I assume the track conditions just got a lot worse in the time between their laps. But Esteban Ocon, 6 seconds, by 6 seconds, has the fastest lap time in Q1, which is very, very odd. But there we have it, going out in Q1 then. Felipe Massa, Daniel Ricciardo, Nico Hülkenberg, Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. So Q2 then. I mean, the rain just miraculously stopped there. I'm assuming we're going to have to try and do this quite quickly. So we'll send Ocon out because, you know, we sort of screwed him over last time. And Perez can go out shortly afterwards. Yep. So here comes Esteban Ocon to start his lap, and Perez comes through to start his lap. So just behind a Mercedes car. Don't think we'll be as quick as the Mercedes, so it should be okay. But looking at the weather forecast, it looks like it's going to remain fine for the start of this session, so this could be the only lap we get, so we need to make sure we smash it here. Esteban Ocon is going to be going out first. His brakes are slightly too hot, but his tyres were in the perfect window, so can you make them work? Here we go. Esteban Ocon. He's already 8/10 off Sebastian Vettel. This might not be a good lap. He's pretty much a second off Sergio Perez, I think, or Lewis Hamilton maybe, I don't know. Ocon goes second for the moment. Perez goes third, a second quicker than Ocon, but still more than a second off the likes of Vettel and Hamilton. But some people are very, very slow. Verstappen's surely going to go quicker. Palmer maybe. But currently we're 5th and 8th, which would be a very, very good result. So Ocon comes into the pits. He can be fairly happy with his opening gambit. Palmer goes through. Can't quite get into the top 10. Verline goes 11th. Unlucky. Magnussen stays 15th. So currently both cars are through to the top 10 shootout, which is exactly what we need. We'll just quicken this up a little bit, and then we'll send Ocon out for another run. I think Perez is safely through once again, which is brilliant to see, considering we had a little bit of a scare in Q1. He wants slightly more oversteer, does he? Yeah, why not? Why not try it? And maybe do that, and then I don't know, that. Send him out now. I hope it's on a brand new set. It is. Oh, the rain started. Oh well. Just bring him in then. I didn't see that. So we've just wasted this set of tyres. But we might use that in the first lap of Q3. So yeah, we've managed to get them out. Let's see what he thought about that setup. Yeah, a little bit better. That's great. Anyway, we'll fast forward till the end of the session. Nobody's going to improve enough to get through. Nobody's going to improve at all. It's wet weather now. So that is Q2 done, and we're getting ready for the top 10 shootout. Ferrari are looking very, very fast this weekend, particularly Vettel. He's a lot quicker than Hamilton in 3rd place, and half a second quicker than Raikkonen. Verstappen up in 6th will be pleased that Ricciardo's out, because he's been struggling against Ricciardo recently, so yeah. So going out in Q2 then, we're just waiting for the cars to come through. I don't think anybody's going to improve. No, they're just coming straight back into the pits, and there you go. Vettel quickest in Q2. Van Dorn through Q3, which is a very good result for him. Grosjean through as well, and Lance Stroll continuing his good form in 7th place there. So then, going out in Q2, we've got Pascal Wehrlein. He put in a very good lap. He's a bit unlucky. Marcus Ericsson. So that looks like an upturn in form for Sauber to me. 11th and 12th for them. Julian Palmer in 13th with Kvyat 14th and Kevin Magnussen in 15th. All out in Q2. So the rain just mysteriously disappears once again. And I think we're just going to have to get out there, aren't we? Send out Perez first, of course, because he's the guy that's probably going to set our fastest lap. I think we have to go for that set. So Perez is out, we'll put him on auto and put him on auto as well. But we'll keep an eye on Sergio Perez. And obviously there's a Mercedes in between our two cars at the moment, and he is catching up to Perez, but I don't think he's quite gonna reach him. It's kind of like spoon curve, that one. And then coming around the final corner, and Perez onto his lap now, and Hamilton is right behind him. Remember, we are just a little bit slower than usual around here than we have been in other Grand Prix. Only 3/10 slower than Hamilton, but remember, Vettel is the one to watch. So 3/10 off Vettel at the moment, which is not too bad. So what are we now? Don't know. Perez comes through and goes second. Hamilton quickest with a 17.5. Vettel only goes second. Ocon goes fifth. Wow. 1.7 seconds off the pace. Surely Ocon struggled there. Wow, that is a slow lap. Where is Verstappen going to fit into all this? Possibly 7th, to be honest with you. Stroll's putting a very, very good lap. Verstappen comes through. Where's he going to finish? He goes 6th. And Grosjean goes 10th. So Ocon currently in 9th. But we're going to send him straight back out on a brand new set of super soft tyres. And hopefully it was traffic that made him struggle. We'll send out Perez. Why not? Send him out now. And we'll see how he does. Probably not going to improve much, but we can keep an eye on him and see how he does. So Esteban Ocon coming through the final turn now, and here he comes onto his lap. He's got the car pretty much in the perfect window, so yeah, he's got to go out there and put in a better lap. He's surely got to get a bit better than Van Dorn. He does go quicker in Sector 1. Is he going to go quicker in Sector 2? He is. This could be a decent lap from Esteban Ocon. Probably only 8th, but here he comes. Esteban Ocon up to the line, and he does go 8th. 2 seconds off the pace, but not too bad. Here comes Perez. Where's he going to finish? He goes 5th. So that's the end of his session as well. But overall, I think we can be very happy with that. Van Dorn's the only one that can really trouble Ocon. I don't think Grosjean's going to get there on used set, although he is going green, so you never know. Keep an eye on him now. Where does he finish? Well, he goes 9th. That's pretty close on used super softs. Van Dorn goes quicker in Sector 1. Verstappen is going quickly. Where's he going to finish? Is he going to come through and spoil Perez's day? Here he comes. Where's he going to finish? He finishes 6th. Stroll goes 5th. What a lap from Lance Stroll. He goes 5th. And that's broken Perez's heart. Van Dorn back up to 9th. Couldn't quite get up to Ocon. So we start 6th and 8th tomorrow. That's the closest we've had two drivers for a long, long time. But 1.2 seconds off the pace. Ocon is under serious pressure, and we need a good performance from him tomorrow in the race if he's to stay with us next season. We've got 4 races left after this, so it's a bit of a proven ground. And then obviously it's into silly season where a lot of drivers are getting released. So that's your top 10. I think it was Lewis Hamilton on pole. It was. He just pipped Vettel at the end, which is a bit of a shame for Vettel because he was sort of dominating beforehand. So yeah. Anyway, so let's do that. And why not? So car setup, quite happy with that. Both drivers were gonna attack from the start and hopefully manage to get a good result out of both of them. That's what we're looking for today. Put them both on auto. Lights out, away we go. Perez and Ocon off to a sluggish start, but Perez making up for it down to the first turn and remains in 6th position at the start of this Grand Prix. He's now having a look at whoever's in 5th. It was Lance Stroll. But Stroll must have some sort of weird overtake button in that car. Ocon down to 11th. Disappointing, boys. Back up to 9th. This is intense racing with Jolyon Palmer and Ericsson. He's now pushing on Pascal Wehrlein. Here comes Ocon, and he goes round the outside. That's a good overtake, but Wehrlein staying firm. Ocon should have more pace though, and goes through into 8th place. Perez back up to 5th, and now he's gonna be pushing on Valtteri Bottas for 4th place, which seems like a familiar script. We'll just keep on this sort of push setting at the moment, and see if we can get past Bottas. He's now almost out of fuel, so yeah, we'll just move these back onto medium and medium. I think Ocon needs to come in. We should have probably pitted him there. So he's going to come in for the medium tyres. That's unfortunate. I think he's going to be a bit slow this lap. So Perez now pushing on Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen. Yeah, people are coming into the pits this lap. We need to cover, so we're going to go on to the soft tyres. Yeah, he's not going to survive another lap anyway. So we've got both cars coming into the pits this lap. Here comes Perez. Hopefully he'll be away nicely and easily. He's away. That's lovely. Ocon away nicely as well. So Perez back into 9th position, just behind Valtteri Bottas, who's went onto the medium tyres. So that's an interesting strategy sort of call. So we need to get past Bottas as soon as possible, really, to make our strategy work. Ocon back out in 15th. He's looking good at the moment. He's just behind Daniel Ricciardo, who obviously started on the medium tyres. But Ocon having a look, and he goes past Daniel Ricciardo. That's an important move on the medium tyres. He needs to make them work. Perez up to 6th at the moment, and he's just behind Valtteri Bottas. Palmer is ahead of us. Verstappen is ahead of us as well. So we're currently in a net 4th place, which means we've overtaken Räikkönen. Yeah, I think the Ferraris pit on the same lap. Perez, well, Verstappen has made the overcut work there. And now he's been passed by Hulkenberg. So Perez losing out a little bit. Ocon in a bit of clean air, so I think we need to push him a little bit. And he's closing up on Fernando Alonso in 13th place. Here we go. That's his fastest lap of the race, I think. What about Perez? How's he doing? He's down to 8th now, so Perez struggling at this phase of the Grand Prix. He's the only one on soft tyres apart from Marcus Ericsson, and now he's being passed by Felipe Massa. What's going on here? Not good enough. So Perez really losing out. Massa obviously started the race on them medium tyres. Maybe medium is the way to go. Maybe we made the right decision with Esteban Ocon. But yeah, that good start is done for nothing really. So Palmer into the pits, and we've overtaken him. So we're up to 8th, but that's down from our net 4th where we were before, because we were ahead of we were right behind Valtteri Bottas, is where we were when we came out the pits, and we were pushing on him and looking like we might overtake him. Perez now having a look on Massa, and he's through, but Massa back through. Massa now having a look on the Ferrari. We've got Stroll behind us, who, remember, outqualified us. So Stroll is in a good car. Now keep an eye on Ocon. He's just behind Daniel Ricciardo, who's in 12th place. But now he's having a look. Nothing there. Perez in 8th now. I think maybe bring him in this lap. Yeah, bring Perez in and put him onto the medium tyres. That'll have to do. So Massa in this last lap as well, which means, you know, we've lost a whole pit stop to Felipe Massa. He's away just behind Felipe Massa once again. But Massa on the super soft tyres, so he's got to pit again. Perez might not have to. Let's keep an eye on Ocon. He's just ahead of us on the road, which is good. He's going to come into the pits this lap as well and put another set of the mediums on, I think. Struggling with tyre wear. So Ocon in. Now he's away. And he's in a bit of clean air, so push the engine a bit, I guess. Maybe push his engine just a little bit. Holding off Fernando Alonso for 13th place, but Perez loses out. Perez really losing out in this race. I don't know what it is, but his race pace has been just a little bit off today, and it's a shame. You know, we were looking good right at the start of the race. Perez looked on great form, but now it's looking like a bit of a mediocre day for us, which is not what we wanted. You know, getting both cars through to Q3, starting 6th and 8th on the grid. We're really hoping for some big points today to really secure that 4th place in the championship. We've moved up to 11th now, and we need to pass Fernando Alonso pretty soon. Obviously he has to pit again, as well as Felipe Massa, but the fact was we were right behind Valtteri Bottas, and now Bottas is going to come into the pits, and it'll be interesting to see where he comes out with respect to us. Just need some clean air so that we can push. Ocon in 15th at the moment. Yeah, a lot of people with badly worn tyres ahead. Just trying to eke out another lap. Daniel Ricciardo's caught up to us now, and he's on new medium tyres. So, yeah, Ricciardo having a look, but not going to get anywhere near this time. Surely people are in the pits this lap. Bottas and Raikkonen are in. Where are we going to come out with respect to them? Quite a way behind. We're up to 10th though. Where's Bottas? We're ahead of Bottas. Bottas all the way down to 18th place. What's happened to him? What has happened to him? He's still in the pits. He's away. That's a poor pit stop from Valtteri Bottas, and he's all the way down at the back of the field now. He's even behind Esteban Ocon. Perez has just overtaken Jolyon Palmer for 10th place, which is a good overtake to make. Yeah. Now Ocon in 13th. Could get himself a point maybe today. Just conserve his tyres. I think Ocon, I don't know. Still behind Fernando Alonso, but remember Alonso and Massa and Verstappen still have to pit, so we may have a chance still of scoring decent points. And we're past Alonso, up to 7th now, which is good. So that's a personal best second sector for Sergio Perez. And here he comes, up to 6th now. So who was that in the pits? That was Felipe Massa. But he's surely going to go, yeah, onto another set of super softs. We're up to 6th currently then, and just ahead of Fernando Alonso. So there's 4 laps to go after this. I don't think our tyres are really going to last, but we can try. We can definitely try. Here comes Perez then. Hulkenberg's the next guy that has to pit. Verstappen very much ahead of us now. Stroll and Massa just behind us. This is not good. We've got 2 people on softer tyres, on fresher tyres. It looks like Massa is going to overtake us now. Let's have somebody else into the pits. We're just going to have to go for it with Perez, unfortunately. Ocon in 12th now, just ahead of Fernando Alonso, but he's on the brand new tyres, remember. Yeah, that was tough. Trying to go down the inside. Ocon down to 13th now, but we'll keep an eye on him. Sort of just in fresh air. Now Perez's gearbox is gone, which is really bad. We're going to just have to fuel conserve with Ocon. Perez in 5th. He's still just ahead of the likes of Stroll and Massa. Don't quite know what they're doing. So coming on to the final lap, we're still in 5th place with Sergio Perez, and that would be a terrific result today, considering the tyre wear problems that we've had, and you know we've got a dodgy gearbox now. Ocon currently in 13th. Doesn't look like he's going to get any points today. But we are closing up on Hulkenberg. Vettel is 1, Lewis Hamilton in 2nd, Verstappen and Raikkonen are battling it out for 3rd and 4th, and then Perez is going to come through in 5th place. That is a brilliant result for us. Wow. I don't know how he did it, but he stayed ahead of Stroll and Massa and Ricciardo. But Sebastian Vettel has won the Singapore Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton in second, with Max Verstappen up in third. That's a good result for Verstappen. So let's have a look at the final standings. So Vettel wins. Perez in fifth. And we haven't got any risk of this since that time when we were caught out. Somebody did get penalised, drive-through penalty. So Perez finishes fifth yet again and gets a good result. 10 more points in the bag. Just ahead of Max Verstappen in sixth now. It looks like seventh is probably going to be where we finish. I think Verstappen will outscore us in the final 4 Grand Prix. We have got some more points for fourth place. Williams having another good weekend this time out. All closing in on us, but hopefully we can retain fourth in the championship. And yeah, we'll see if we've got any notices, any interviews to do, and the likes. And I think it's the Japanese Grand Prix next, so that'll be interesting. And then it's America, then Brazil, and then Doha, I think, is the last race. So is Perez stats going to go up yet again? It looks like they have just a little bit. Everybody's happy though, which is brilliant to see. We've got some more monies in the bank, and things are on the up. Let's just make sure that we have got some more sponsors to do, but we've got no offers available for them yet. I assume that'll come in the next sort of few races. So yeah, the more you save, yeah, that's what we want, I think. Yeah. Obviously the income per race is skewed because we haven't got the sponsors. Oh, with the BBC, I'll definitely do this one. Susie Perry doesn't work for the BBC anymore, by the way, so this is a bit out of date. Fair enough. Vettel open to discussions. Should we just see whether he would want to come? How do you do this? There we go. Where is he? Sebastian Vettel. There he is. Yeah. Do you reckon he'd want that? That's quite funny. But Vettel is interested in us, so is Lewis Hamilton apparently, but Fernando Alonso, curiously enough, isn't. I have tried to approach him, but Fernando Alonso is not interested. He's considering offers, I don't know from who, but we'll have a look. Jenson Button definitely is interested though, and we could get him in for next season, most definitely. So yeah, we'll try and get Jenson Button in for next season if things continue the way they are for Esteban Ocon. There's plenty of other drivers out there as well that we could try and nab. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like down below if you did. It really does mean a lot for me and really does help the channel as well. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so it really would mean the world if you could leave that like and just help me out that tiny little bit. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.